Assalamualaikum. Hi, my name is Azizan. I would like to give you 6 behavioral tips to help you overcome your presentation anxiety. So, let's start. Presenting in front of audience can be a nerve-wracking experience for many people. The fear of public speaking, also known as presentation anxiety or stage fright, is a common challenge that affects individuals from various professional and personal backgrounds. However, it's important to remember that presentation anxiety can be overcome with the right strategies and mindset. In this guide, we will explore several tips to help you conquer presentation anxiety and deliver a confident and effective presentation. Tips number 1 is practice like crazy. The most important way to overcome presentation anxiety is by practicing extensively. While there is no quick fix, practicing is the most effective method to build confidence. Only prepared speakers deserve to be confident. I strongly recommend dedicating time to practice your presentation, at least 10 times behind the scene, ideally spread out over a few days before the actual event. This repetition allows the material to truly sink in. Even if you still experience nervousness, you can take comfort in knowing that you have thoroughly prepared. Have faith in your preparation process. If you have already gone through the presentation 10 times in practice, the actual delivery is simply the 11th time. Approximately 95% of how your presentation turns out is determined by how you practice. Therefore, if you still feel nervous, being well prepared will enable you to deliver a strong presentation. So, commit to practicing intensively and trust in the process. Tips number 2 is, as you prepare, focus on your message and your audience, not yourself. In the context of a presentation, there are 3 key components: the speaker, the audience, and the message. Many speakers who experience heightened nervousness tend to focus primarily on themselves, harboring concerns such as, what if I make mistake? What if the audience doesn't like me? However, this self-focused mindset and the pursuit of perfection can lead to self-doubt and undermine the presentation. The 2 major challenges we encounter are perfectionism and the fear of being judged, which both stem from excessive self-consciousness. Instead, during your preparation and while delivering your presentation, it is crucial to direct your efforts towards your message and your audience. Ask yourself, how can you best serve and assist your listeners? Concentrate on refining your message, incorporating impactful examples and stories to ensure that your message is conveyed effectively. This approach is adopted by great presenters. If they happen to share an example that doesn't resonate well, they don't take it personally or dwell on themselves. They simply move forward and search for another example that will better connect with their listeners. Therefore, prioritize your message and focus on aiding your audience, both before and during your presentation, rather than fixating on yourself. Tips number 3. Visualize the first 30 seconds as all positive. By utilizing visualization techniques, you can effectively diminish the initial surge of nervousness or your experience when starting a presentation. Personally, I find it beneficial to make this visualization experience as vivid as possible. During my practice session, I envision myself confidently walking up to the front of the room while being introduced by the event organizer. I picture myself delivering the first few sentences of my presentation with precision and impact. In my mindset, I see the audience member sitting there appearing content and engaged. I repeat the positive visualization repeatedly. Engaging in this visualization exercise not only helps me feel more at ease about the beginning of my presentation, but it also assists me in starting off on the right foot. Visualizing the scenario is another form of rehearsal, allowing me to mentally prepare and familiarize myself with the desired outcome. Tips number 4 is get there early and walk the room. It is always beneficial to arrive early and take a walk around the room before it fills up with attendees. Take the time to stroll up and down each aisle, observing the stage or podium from various empty seats. Stand at the front of the room or on the podium and take a moment to assess the space. Surprisingly, this simple act has a way of making the entire event feel less overwhelming and more manageable. By walking through the seats in the room, you create a sense of familiarity with the surroundings. Spend a few moments at the podium or on the stage and envision or silently rehearse how you will deliver the first few sentences and determine where you will position yourself. This particular tip, walking the room like this, takes only about 2 minutes, consistently reduces nervousness by at least 50%. It serves as a calming technique that helps you establish a sense of comfort and confidence in the environment before your presentation begins. Tips number 5 is get to know your audience beforehand. Make it a priority to gather as much information as possible about the actual audience who will be presented during your presentation. By reducing uncertainty, you can effectively reduce anxiety. If you have access to a list of attendees beforehand, take the initiative to familiarize yourself with as many names as you can. Prior to the presentation, engage in mingling activities. Introduce yourself, extend a handshake, and initiate casual conversation about their backgrounds. Show genuine interest in the individuals you interact with. This approach will create a sense of familiarity as if you already have a network of acquaintances who are supportive to you. Additionally, engaging with the audience serves as a beneficial distraction right before you speak. By focusing on getting to know others, your attention is diverted from self-centered thoughts. Tips number 6. Tips number 6 is taking deep breath in and out through your nose. And I'm not speaking metaphorically here. While you are sitting, waiting to be introduced, take a deep inhalation through your nose and exhale slowly through your nose. You can try it with me right now. I am not a medical professional, but I have both heard about and personally experienced the benefit of this practice. Engaging in slow, deep breathing like this has been found to lower our heart rate, reduce blood pressure, and signal relaxation to our brains. According to my understanding and personal experience, when we breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth, it can actually increase our adrenaline and intensify nervousness. However, breathing through our nose, deep breathing, and exhaling through our nose align with the way we naturally breathe when we are in a state of deep sleep or relaxation. Before I provide a summary of all these tips, I'd like to remind you that you can access the e-note containing the 6 tips for becoming more confident and composed in your presentation. It will be available on the Credential platform. Now, as we review these 6 behavior tips, I would like to ask you, which one of these do you believe? Which have the most immediate impact on your progress? Please share your thoughts on the Padlet link provided below. I am eager to read your insight. Remember, both mindset changes and behavior changes are effective ways to manage presentation anxiety. They serve as a starting point that will set you on a path towards a more confident feedback loop for your presentation. Thank you for watching. My name is Azizan and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.